Hi everyone, it's Sue. I'm back again for another episode in our Let's Get Out of Our Creative Rut series, and today I just thought, well, let's grab a book. Most of us have books that we use in our junk journals. Maybe you don't have full books and you've bought book page kits from somebody. Grab your book pages. They don't have to be the same size as this one. I'm actually going to be cutting this. This is one of 6 books that I found in an op shop recently, and I thought I'm just going to use that and just I'm thinking we make some little paper bags or paper sacks out of them. So once again, I guess I'm sort of leaning towards maybe part of you feeling uninspired is that your craft space is a mess like mine. Maybe you don't have your own craft space and that's sort of hindering your inspiration. So a lot of these things that I'm showing you to do, you can actually do them in a small space. You don't need to have a dedicated room. Maybe you want to get out of your room because it's just not inspiring you because it's in a state. So this you can do, once again, on your lap, watching telly. Very easy. So I'm just going to choose any page. So these are sewn in, I'm pretty sure, and I'm just going to, rather than tear a page out, I'm going to cut it out. I can find the center. Find the center and some scissors. Get rid of my coffee. So I've been doing quite a few videos today. So this will probably be my last for the day because I have everything left over from previous videos around me, and it's going to be an avalanche soon, I think. It's all going to be on top of me. So once again, just get in your space and start playing around with your supplies. Don't be like me and just throw my hands in the air and think, oh, I've got no inspiration, I'm not going to do anything. I think we just need to be just dabbling, no matter, you know, how little or how much. Just get some of your supplies and play with them. So I'm just hoping that some of these videos may just remind people of their supplies as well, and to just use what you've got, grab them, make something. And these sort of things you can be doing and making many items, because these can be bases. Like I think the first one we did collage tags, so you've got bases, you can build on that and we will decorate them. So I may do like a sit with me and build on those tags that we did. In the last video I did stamping labels on your scraps and using printable labels and decorating them. So they're just things that you could be using that you more than likely have already in your creative space. And it's just to get those juices flowing again. So I'm just, as I said, you don't have to have the same size as this. This is about 10 inches high. So what I'm going to do is just cut it in half. And then I'm going to probably just cut that in half again. So we'll have enough for 4 little paper bags or paper sacks. You can use brown paper, you can use packaging, you can use baking paper, you can use vellum. You can do this on anything. And also, once again, it's not something that hasn't been done before. This is just some little things that I do on and off to try and get creative again. Okay. So what we're going to do, so you have, so this is approximately 5 inches by, as I said, you can do this with any size. This is just the book that was beside me and I've just chosen it. 5 by 7 inches approximately. So what we're going to do is work out which part we want showing on the outside. I don't think it really matters. We'll go with this. And we're going to just fold your page over. So I don't know, it's about, for 7 inches, I've folded it over about 2 1/4. And you do it to whatever size bag you want. Now this isn't directly down the middle, so this is going to be the back of the bag. So maybe that's something that we could think of a little bit more so when we're folding, is how it's going to look on the front. My idea with these is that these are just working as a base, and these will be decorated on top of here. Okay, so there's no real need to sort of worry too much, I don't think, about, you know, whether this crease is in the direct center. If you feel that that's something that you need to do, by all means do it. We've folded in our sides, and we'll eventually glue that up. Now we're going to bring, the only thing with using book paper, I guess, is just if you're using a really old book, folding it like this, if it's brittle, it might crack. So in that case, you might be better off using some scrapbook paper or something like that. So you've got your bags folded like that. Now, it's probably a little bit hard for you to see, but you've got your folded edge here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, on an angle, cut to where that is folded. You can see there. And do that the same on this side. And then I'm going to cut away that excess. It just takes away that thickness and it folds much nicer. Okay. So you can see, and then that folds up and you've got just a lovely little bag. So if your pages are brittle, you can also add maybe some washi tape to your folds if you have nothing else. Okay, so you can have your bag like that. You can, I don't think I've got any fancy scissors. Let me just have a quick look. Okay, so I do have these. I don't know what they'll cut like. So I might have to just cut, open it up and cut. So it looks like a bit like a sandwich bag then on the top. So you can do that. You can leave them straight. Or you can do it with a notch in it. There you go, I haven't used those scissors for years. And then we just fold that back over. We're going to add a little bit of glue. Once again, you can use your glue of choice. I'm just going to glue on this edge, not too close to the edge because I don't want it to seep. And I'm going to glue on this edge. And we're going to close that over, and then we're going to glue this, and you have a paper bag as a base that you can decorate and put in your journals. So as easy as that. You know, obviously I would go around and ink this up, and I would decorate it. But what I think I'll do, so you can see some of my paper here is actually cracking because it's quite an old book as well. I'm just going to grab a little bit of washi tape. Let me see what I've got here beside me. I don't want a Christmas one. This one will do. This is Tim Holtz washi tape. And it's quite old, so I'm very bad for using my washi tape. That's why I've got a little drawer beside me of some. I've got a whole cabinet of these drawers with all different washi tape, so I'm just switching around what drawer I have beside me, and I'm trying to be more mindful of using it. So just because that's was folded and it was quite thick, it was several layers, it has cracked a little bit, and I'm just going to add glue to my washi tape, particularly because it is a bit older, but I always do that with washi tape anyway, just to make sure it's going to stick. Just line that up a little bit so that it's not obviously crooked, and just fold that up. trim off the excess. So yes, as you can see, it will be, you know, we decorate it up with flowers or images, labels, all that sort of thing. So that's one little bag. So as I said, if you pre-cut your pieces to take upstairs, you may not have an upstairs. I have an upstairs, but if you take it to where you sit at night, if you don't feel like being in your craft space, you can do this. So I'm just being a little bit more mindful of this one and trying to get this down the center. As I said, it doesn't matter, but just so you get an idea. So you can just sort of go like that and just make sure that those sides overlap. So that's a little bit more central and a little bit more central there. Okay, and then we're going to fold this up. I don't know, about, see, that's cracking again, but that's okay. So 1 centimeter, which is about just under ½ an inch. You can do less, you can do more, totally up to you. And then we're going to open this up, cut away on an angle and cut away that excess on both sides, because we don't need that thickness. So while I'm making these things, I'm actually sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, so what can I do? What can I add? You know, all that sort of thing. So I'm going to add some washi tape to that now before I glue that up. So you can see it's old, it's all coming apart. And I guess that's probably a good thing too with this series, is it's going to get us using our supplies that we have sit there and we don't use. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Actually, no, I will glue it up. So I'm going to glue it this way, I think. So once again, just on that inner edge there. And on this edge here. Glue that down, and then we'll glue this down. If you're a little bit liberal with the glue and you're worried that you may glue that shut, just pop something in there and just make sure that it's not all stuck together. This one's not too bad, but I am going to add a little bit of washi tape just to make sure that it doesn't split. So you get the idea. I might grab a couple of little bits of my scraps. You saw my scraps, they're not little. I might get some of my bigger scraps and maybe make some different size bags, just so that you can see you don't need this exact size. So though, once again, this is 5 by 7, so that's the size that I've made these little bags. Cut that off. Once again, I would ink around them, but I mean, that can all be done when you decorate, I guess. That's really roughly. And also this one, I'm going to put a notch in. So I couldn't get to my punches. I've got so much mess on the floor. And so I've just punched a notch in there. So these sorts of things you can even hinge onto your journal pages with washi tape, and you've got a little pocket flip. So that's another idea for them as well. So there's 2. I'm going to fasten up the video again and probably make these couple, and I'm just going to grab a couple of bits of scrapbooking paper or printable leftovers that I've got in my scraps drawer, and just show you that you can use different sizes to make these little bags. done up those 4 there, and I put notches. I haven't inked these. As I said, I'll decorate them later. But they're cute. They're great bases, and they took no time to do. So, and as I said, while I'm doing these, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, what can I add to them to decorate them up? So it is inspiring me further to do more. So I've just grabbed a couple of pieces. These are both nearly the same. So these are, this one is about 6.5 inches wide, as is that. So they're basically the same. And then I just found this piece of book page, and it is 5.5 inches wide. So let's have a play and see. Let's make a maybe we can do, so this is quite brittle, so this may not even work. So what did I say this was? About 5.5 inches wide. Yeah, it's really brittle. So you need to find paper that's going to not crack. Now I can add washi tape to this. Use your washi tape, guys, because otherwise it does that. You just can't even use it. It just tears so unevenly. So let's just randomly, let's see how this turns out. We're going to add this to this. So as you can see, it's quite an old book, and it's all just cracked. So I'm going to add this washi tape onto the fold. Yeah, I don't know why we hoard things. It's ridiculous. We buy these beautiful products and then we don't use them. And things go off. So, anyway, we're using it now, so that's the main thing. So just adding glue to make sure that that sticks, and I'm just randomly putting it over the crease there. Okay. Glue all over my fingers now. So we'll fold that back over. So that just makes it so that we can still use this paper. And then I'll work out, I like this jagged edge of this paper, so I want it showing on the back. So we'll fold that over. So this one's going to be a longer, skinnier one. So you can see that's really cracked there. So we'll just add another row of washi tape. So basically just wanted to show you can use all different sizes, and we'll just refold that again. Okay. Now I can probably, so this is going to be really, you can see, even see it's folded a bit wonky, but that's okay. I'm not upset about that because we can trim the top off. We'll trim the top off. And let's make it, it's really wonky, but it's okay. Let's go, we'll cut it about here. I'm not even measuring. So the same thing's going to happen. The paper's going to crack, but we will cut away our excess. And as I said, I want this showing. I like that. I may even just glue this down on a page, so you may not even see that. But for the moment, we will have that bit showing. And yes, that's right. So glue there and there. And we want to glue this, but I'm going to have to add washi tape to this fold as well. So we may as well use the same washi tape. did I do with it? Is it in front of me? No. Let me use this one. And these are, you know, if you find that you do quite a few of these, just sitting and playing, they don't go astray. Once you start making journals, you start eating into your stash of pre-made items. So it's not a bad idea to have some extra bits and pieces laying around so you're not making everything from scratch. So there we have a tiny little pocket. Now I'm just going to put a little notch in here. I'm not sure whether this paper is going to punch real well. That's all right. And then we have a little notch. Once again, I'll ink around this and decorate. You know what you could do. You could even, if you wanted to use up your washi tape, you could just lay strips and strips of washi tape, and that will make it really sturdy. So there's a tiny little one done. This one I'm going to use, and we're going to do a skinny tall one. So that's just made that really fragile piece of book paper just that little bit stronger, and it's just given us a different base to work with. So let me see. I personally prefer to do notches rather than, you know, like decorative edges. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's just my preference. So that's a nice little base there, and it's actually just strengthened that book page as well. So that's another idea to use up some of your bits and pieces. Okay, so let's use one of these pieces of scrapbooking paper here. So we've got about 5.5 wide, so it's going to turn out about the same as these, I think. And let's I don't know, let's just trim down to here. We'll even that up and just use that piece up. How does that sound? So I have no idea if that's straight. Nope. So I'm just going to trim those sides up. Okay, just so we've got 4 straight edges. Oh, that's pretty on the back too, isn't it? Maybe we could do that. Oh, I don't know. Too many choices now. I'm just going to make it easy for myself. Just going to fold that down there, and I'm going to try and find that. So this is going to be folded over quite a bit. Actually, let's just do it a little bit. It's a little bit off center, and you know what, that doesn't matter either. So same thing, we're just going to make this one an extra long pocket. And then you have a lovely elongated pocket, just something a little bit different. So they didn't take very long at all. So just have a look around you and see what you've got, and you can make lots of different little bases that we can decorate and use in our journals. And that's from one page that I've just made 2 different sizes, and that was just a scrap of scrapbooking paper that I had. So just fun and easy, something to get you back into your craft room, try and get you out of that creative rut. And as I said, I'll come in future videos and we'll revisit these and we'll decorate them so that they're ready to go when you make your journals. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you got something out of that again, and I hope it's getting you inspired to get back into your craft room and create again. I'm having a heap of fun. It is actually inspiring me, so thank you so much for allowing me to share these videos with you. So it's definitely helping me. All right, I'll leave it there, and until next time, I hope you get a little bit of creating time in. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.